Hi everybody, welcome to our Europe portfolio. So we've just finished Asia, we're moving on to Europe, and we're going to build our portfolio together. So we are going to begin by making sure that we have our correct folders. So make sure that you have folders that have 2 pockets and the silver fasteners in the middle. If you don't, please tell me right now and I'll make sure you get a folder that's the correct kind. And we're going to put our folder off to the side and gather the rest of our materials. So we're going to go into orange folder number 1. We're going to take a bright orange table of contents and we're just going to make a little pile off to the side. Second, we're going to go into red folder number 2 and we're going to grab a appendix packet. It's got a green cover. Put that off to the side. And we don't need to go into green folder number 3 yet because that's going to be our cover rubric. We'll get back to that in a few minutes. The next thing we need is our white lined paper. So this time we're going to do, let's do 6 pieces of white lined paper. So if you want to do a little more, that's okay, but we won't need too much and we don't want to be wasteful. So 6 pieces of white lined paper is more than enough. So you're going to go ahead and you can either take your own or you can borrow from me. And on the counter is if you want to take from me, or you can go into your binder when you're ready, and you need to get 6 pieces of white lined paper. So as you're going through, please make sure, as we always do, that all of your pages, each individual page is lined up in the correct order. So you want to make sure that the dark red lines are all to the left. So these are the dark red lines. All the holes match up with each other, and that the wide margin, this wide part, is at the top. And you really need to go through and check every single page, because if one page isn't right, you're going to end up having to take the whole portfolio apart. So go ahead and check each individual page to make sure that you have each page in the right order. Okay, so now we're going to build our portfolio. So we're going to open the central part of our portfolio. Mine is blue, yours may be another color. We're going to bend the pair of silver fasteners up towards the ceiling for each of the 3 sets. So all 3 should be pointing upward towards the ceiling. And the first piece we're going to put in is our orange table of contents. So it's going to say Table of Contents Europe and Russia, and page A is going to face the desk. The holes are going to be to our right, and we're going to put that on the silver fasteners like that. So page B should be looking up at you. Then we're going to take our white line paper, which we should have already checked to make sure it's all in order. We're going to take it so that the dark red lines are now to our left. The wide margin is still at the very top, and the holes are to the right. And we're going to put those on the tabs so that we've got wide margin at the top, dark red line to the left, holes on the fasteners. And the last piece is our appendix packet. So you're going to take the green cover, page AA, appendix A page, and you're going to turn that so it's facing the desk. You have blank white looking up at you, and the holes are to your right, and you're going to set that on the fasteners. So it will look like this. Now we're going to take this insert part here, we're going to fold that over the top of our fasteners, and we're going to fold down each of the pairs of fasteners so that they're flat. By this point we should be pretty comfortable with how to open and close our portfolios, but make sure that you have this part folded over so that it's nice and secure. Okay, so nothing flops around. So as you know, we're not quite finished. We're going to start back with our white line pages, and we're going to number our pages. So you can number in the top corner, the bottom, the middle, whatever makes you feel more comfortable. I like to number in the top corner, and we're going to start with our first white line page as page 1. We're going to turn page 1 over, and the back of page 1 is page 2. Then across from 2 is going to be page 3. Turn the page, the back of page 3 is 4, and across from page 4 is page 5. So you see 4 and 5 at the same time. So you're going to go ahead and continue numbering all of your pages until you've numbered them all. Since we put in 6 pieces of white line paper, you should end up with 12 numbered pages. If you end up with a little more or a little less, that's okay, as long as your numbers are even. So if you end up with 14 pages, that's fine. It means you put in 7 pieces, and that's okay. If you end up with 13, that's a problem. It means you mixed your numbers up somewhere. So you're going to have to go back and check each page to make sure you've numbered correctly. So go ahead and finish numbering all of your pages now. Okay, now that your pages are completely numbered, we're going to go back to page 1 of our white line paper, and that page will be our daily geography page. We're only going to need 1 for this unit. So across the top, write daily geography, Geography. Across the top, daily geography. And then we make the first page of our orange table of contents our daily geography page. So daily, D-A-I-L-Y, geography, Geography. And you can put today's date for the date line. So you've got daily geography, and you can cross out level 1 and level 2 because you don't need to update those. So if you use that part of the table of contents, which I hope that you do, to keep yourself nice and organized, you could cross that out because daily geography does not need to be updated. Okay? So now we have a completely built portfolio ready for us to learn about Europe. And the last piece that we need here is green folder number 3. You're going to need a bright orange rubric for our portfolio cover. And we're going to go over the steps for how to make your portfolio cover right now. So keep that out, and we'll look at some samples together. So looking forward to starting our Europe unit.